within the next couple of minutes, I'm going to talk about who am I, why am I here, who are you, why are you here, if you don't know, and we'll kickstart the event. You are awake?
Yeah.
Thanks. Okay, so my name is Himanshu. I'm a volunteer at Head Start. This event is called a Startup Saturday. Couple of years back, have everyone heard of bar camps? Any idea of bar camps? Okay, so bunch of crazy guys met at bar camp, and they were discussing that we don't have any specific event for entrepreneurship. Now there were debates saying that there are events, more events than required, and probably entrepreneurs don't require any event as such. Then came a discussion that the events are more like annual days in schools. We used to have annual days in schools, right? When there was a Bharatanatyam, there was a Kathakali, then there was an award, and there was a Buddha guy saying a bhashan and done. This was once a year, once in 6 months. We said this is not what we want. As entrepreneurs, what I want is people who understand me. And the only person who can understand me is an entrepreneur. Agreed? To some extent, we do crazy things. We do things our family doesn't understand why we do. People think that being on Facebook is time pass. We think it's a marketing gimmick. Somebody thinks it's a big strategy, social strategy to go on with. So there are times wherein we require people who have a similar kind of mindset than ours. So at Barcamp, we decided that let's start an event for entrepreneurs specifically. Now, we are a startup ourselves. The name is Head Start Network Foundation. And what we try to do, okay, before I go ahead, let's do a small exercise. Let's clap. Good. Okay, show me your right hand. Okay, try to lift anything with your right hand. Probably, everybody has a mobile phone, right? Lift it, lift it. So this is a magic trick. Hi, can you lift your mobile phone with your right hand? It actually improves productivity. What you need to do is look at your mobile phone as if it's a girlfriend. Okay, no, that kind of gestures, please. Now turn it into the silent mode. This improves productivity. And this will not distract the speakers. The speakers out here are startups like you who are really serious about their stuff. And most of us, like the one who will be speaking out here, have just started it. So I want your pure interest in them, and they want your interest. Probably we'll network together and figure out in case if there is something that I can help you personally on, and probably you can help me on. So we'll just kickstart the event. As I said, we came out of Barcamps more than 3 years into Mumbai. Currently, at this very moment, we are hosting this show in 9 cities across India. It is called a Startup Saturday. So out here it is SS Mumbai, there is SS Bangalore, Delhi, Pune, Chandigarh, etc. So the theme, we work with themes. The theme this time is travel and tourism. We will have 1 or 2 startups who will talk specifically on travel and tourism. There, as you can see, there is an entrepreneur's journey and a business showcase. Both these are into travel and tourism domain. Apart from that, there are LPs written. LP stands for lightning pitch. This is basically a small slot given to a startup to come in front of you and talk what stuff he is creating. Now, this segment is just for those people who have just started or are going to completely overhaul their own startup. So, kind of crazy stuff they are doing, and they want your ideas, as in, are they going right, are they going wrong? Good. What we will do is first have a quick round of introduction so that the speakers understand you, what kind of crowd you are, and you get 3 sentences to talk about you. Probably you can use it for your name, your girlfriend's name, and your dog's name. Or probably what I suggest is your name, what you are into, and probably what are you looking forward in life in the startup domain. So in case if you are specifically looking for a co-founder, for customer, a marketing guy, or a partner, please feel free to talk about it. Good. So we'll start from here. This month it is all about travel and tourism for 2 special speakers coming up. So I'll just brief you about what kind of thoughts are being passed on the podium out here. We have a lightning pitch. A lightning pitch, as I said, is a 5-minute straight, no nonsense talk in front of the whole crowd, as in what my startup is, what am I doing. And in result, what the entrepreneur gets is from the crowd, you are going to shell out questions on them, throw doubts on him, and probably ask them that what are they into actually, and they get a chance to validate that idea. This is one of the way wherein a person who is just started wants to validate whether there is a scope of his startup to grow. Okay. Second is about entrepreneur's journey. This is a domain wherein somebody who has already been there, done that, and now wants to showcase himself in front of a bunch of crazy ones. Okay. Don't concentrate out there. I'm much cool. Hey, you need not register right now. You can just take a seat. Right? The third one that we are talking about was business showcase. Somebody who is in between entrepreneur's journey and a lightning pitch. Somebody who has already been there and doing it. So we have Bhavesh from Ola Cash, I guess, for business showcase. He will be joining you soon. So we'll start with the lightning pitch first. The first team is for us B, right? And you don't have a PPT to show. So you are not going to kill us with a PPT. Good. So just a big hand for PPT.
Actually, my mom is a huge fan of Amitabh Bachchan and Sachin Tendulkar. So, she's always glued to the TV and just whenever she's watching TV, she's like checking out all the updates. Whenever she reads like Marathi newspapers, all Marathi newspapers have follow us on IBN Live, follow us on Twitter. If there's some scandal or something like that, it's always there because Amitabh Bachchan said something on Twitter, there's something happened and something like that. So she asked me one day what is it? What is Twitter? I've heard that people just talk, just express their views on Twitter. But what is it? I'm not a computer person. So I said just people just say random stuff there and Just but that's really cool. That's what she said. Probably it would be really cool if I can just see what Amitabh Bachchan is saying or Sachin Tendulkar is saying or something. But how can I do it? Because entire day I'm in the kitchen. So that just struck us and then I just said it was a wow moment and we said that Ma, main tumhara ye sapna pura karunga. So just to cut all the jargon, this is what we've made. It's just a simple prototype. As you see, it's a simple LED board. It's powered by USB because the batteries are not working, but obviously it's portable, you can carry it anywhere. And the feed which you are seeing is coming from this app. If anybody wants to see the app later on or something. So basically this app, it's an Android app. What you can do is, wherever it's you can just connect this board, hardware board, with your application. We are making it for iPhone. Obviously we made it for Android. Obviously there are thousands of bugs on it right now, but it's alright. It's just a demo, right? And then afterwards what you're going to do is that you're going to customize these boards and for different sizes. We're going to make watches. We're going to make big screen things. It's not only for the LED, we're going to make it for large formats as well. And obviously when you ask that how it's going to help, what we're going to do is that in a couple of months we're going to incorporate artificial intelligence on it. So it's just like Siri. So what you're going to do is that whatever the tweets which are seen there, they would be speaking to you. The tweets. So sorry?
Voice.
Yeah, there would be a voice which would be enabled in it. And also what we're going to do is that we're going to release an API for all the developers. So what they can do is that they can do all the cleanups, fun stuff, whatever they want to do. You want to access your Yahoo API for accessing your sports. That is somebody wants sports. So if you want to show your sports scores via mobile phones, you can do that here. So you're going to release the APIs. You want to show your Facebook feeds. You want to show something like that. Maybe there's a head start which is going on here. You're going to put it here. If people want to tweet their questions, the questions will be on the board. The speaker can see them and everybody can see them as well. So whenever you go to NASCOM or whatever, you can see all the tweets coming up. But obviously when you are in a startup, you don't have the time to actually look there. You have this board, you can enable your AI, artificial intelligence if you want to talk it, if it wants. Otherwise you can do other stuff as well. Otherwise, we have got loads of plans for this. So if you have any questions about how we're going to monetize it, or will it be useful or will it be not, or are we raising funds or whatever, if you have any sorts of questions, we'll be available at the tea break, networking, whatever the event is, and you can ask anybody. Okay, just to give a short note, everybody's introduced, right? So these are the chaps: Praveen, Himanshu, Caleb, and Nishrika.
We'll have a couple of questions for you. You are done with your?
Yes.
Okay. We'll have a couple of questions from the audience right now.
Okay.
We
have time.
We do have time.
Okay. Cool.
This is the first question. How you are making money out of it apart from selling this hardware?
Okay, that's an excellent question. Excellent. I was one of the first 5 team members at usented.com. I was the one who got funding for usented.com. I got money from it when I got usented.com. That's quite some money, and and from 2007, I invested that money in my startups. All startups failed horribly. I lost all my money. But before this, what I was a co-founder of a mobile application development company which is 70 people strong. Mumbai, Bangalore, and Singapore. We had offices there. So I quit because I pitched to everybody, all everybody, but nobody wants to fund services. So, and we always wanted to do a product. So from the money which we got it here. At the same time, we have 11 people, and there's a dedicated team doing services because we have to bootstrap. We cannot depend on anyone, no one. So whatever the money which comes from the services, we invest in our products. That is the product reason.
How is this? I'm sorry. I mean, how is this going to make money in terms of selling the product itself and the application?
There are like
free or paid or how is it?
The application will be free.
Okay.
First of all, it's going to be multi-platform. That is Android, iPhone, Windows, Mac OS. That is Mac apps, as well as there would be a web interface.
Right.
That is obviously everybody would not be having it. Plus the boards, they will be GPRS enabled boards. So what will happen is that first the fractional sales will be coming from selling these boards to geeks, which like we've already told to people
like us.
to the holics, okay, and we're already getting like excellent response from them. Like they are like already given us for pre-orders. Second thing, we also come from advertising background, that is ad network. We also have our own ad network. What we're going to do is that we're going to tie up with OH Media, and we are going to tie up with like Cafe Coffee Days and all these things, And what we're going to do is that we're going to install these boards on strategic alliance basis, right? Now what we're going to do is that we have built an ad network, that is the ad server. We are going to introduce something called as cost per tweet jargon. So for example, there are like about 5 advertisers, and they want to, they want to give like whatever tweets, like you come to Cafe Coffee Day and get a discount or something. So she is a Cafe Coffee Day advertiser. I have sold 100 tweets at suppose $1,000. Okay. Now she's picked up only like the board which is there in like Bhavans. So the Bhavans cost will be whatever. The Churchgate cost will be higher, etc. etc. Now what with the ad network platform, I've sold it to 5 people. After her tweet, it will be his tweet.
Multiple tweets basically.
Just to cut short the jargon, instead of a website, it is this who's a publisher. Absolutely.
I just have a small thing to share. Application of this.
Yeah.
It was done by Domino's Pizza, where for the home delivery.
Right.
So once the pizza is delivered,
Right.
once the person receives the pizza and tweets, so at the
Domino's
place where the pizza was made, the tweet is visible on the screen. But on another location, that is Times Square, New York, is there on a very big tweet.
Yeah. It is there. It is removed now.
I'm not sure.
It is only for a day.
Okay.
When Twitter was launched, when they got funding.
No, not Twitter. I'm saying Domino's has used this application.
It's removed. Yeah.
That's very costly thing to do.
Yeah.
And this is like one question.
Are you going to compete with the out-of-home media boxes or the
Absolutely.
So they have really visual graphics and you can show through videos and multimedia stuff.
Right.
So how do you think you're going to start up against that?
See, first of all, as I said, this is just a prototype. Just a functional prototype to show what it is all about. LED, right? We're going to sell this board for $2,000. And when we tie
Sell it
up
to whom? The Cafe Coffee Day?
No, for individuals who want it. For Cafe Coffee Day and all, they will be ours, the property will be ours. We will be only sharing with part of the revenue. Okay, I have not competed with the how we are going to monetize it. So this is just one of it. Does it answer your question?
I think we can
Okay. So basically what going to happen is like Audi is our plan. So obviously Audi wouldn't want to see their tweets in this format.
my concern is that there are already these devices in the coffee shops in front of elevators. Right? How are you going to bring them down to yours? What's the difference?
No, they're not. The point is that the point is that this is highly interactive. We're going to throw the APIs to developers as well, and we'll be having our development team. We have our own development team. So what we're going to do is that it is not only just limited to Twitter. It's going to be. If you have your RSS feed to show to people, you can do that. If you have like a game, maybe if you're one of these embedded platforms like Arduino or something, if you have we have an Arduino chip in it. So if you want to develop a game or interactive game, for example, I put at Cafe Coffee Day, you on your Bluetooth with your mobile phones, we can play games on the big screen formats as well on that one. This is just a random idea we just said, we're just throwing it out. So it's not only the LED, it can be any format because the output can be anything. It can be like LCD, can be LED, but that will be only for the customized solution. Because the point is that it's going to be cheap and it's going to be interactive, and plus it's going to have artificial intelligence.
I guess we can take only 2 more questions.
Yes, please.
One is from him and one is from this area, I guess. Somebody else. Okay. So 2 last questions.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
You said it's coming in 2,000 bucks.
Yes.
So now the government started that computer about that. It's coming in just 1,800 rupees, the tablet PC.
Yeah.
So don't you think the PCs are different and
This is a completely different thing. Plus, this is all over the world.
Okay, you started with your pitch. You said what your mom was asking.
Right.
Okay, so the tablet PC everybody can do. Educated people as well as uneducated people.
See, that is a different completely sector. For example, when my mom is making chapatis for me, she cannot scroll on the tab. Here,
But
she
just have a look at.
no, even if it doesn't want to look, she on the artificial intelligence.
She can hear it.
Instead of radio, this thing is going on. Okay, that reminds me, we're going to tie up, I mean, if not, we're going to have an online radio also. So
Something like Last.fm.
So she can tweet or
No, she can just.
she can tweet it as well. If she wants to tweet it from her phone, or if she wants to do it, she can tweet it as well.
So radio will 24/7 just talk about tweets, right?
No, see, the idea is that we are going to access any feed. You give it to me, the feed in XML, JSON, HTML.
the user needs to subscribe that feed. So you are talking about
Yes.
you started with
Yes, so
your
we're going to
mom.
build a better platform. You subscribe whatever you want to see it, you get it.
So she can subscribe on my the tablet also. So what is the difference between these two? Because size is same, no?
No, this is just a prototype. It can be, we'll be making it in different file formats as well.
Yeah, I was talking about the price. You said really cheap.
He says that he will make a watch for you. Don't buy the LED. Simple as that. Okay, we'll take the last question probably.
Yes,
Okay, I'm from media field, so when you talk about OH or something like this is similar to it. Okay, it's about giving impressions to the viewers.
Right.
So what we calculate, how we monetize, how we tell our clients that if you go for this kind of media option, media vehicle, then it is this kind of number of impressions.
Right.
We don't go for cost per tweet or something like that.
Right.
Talking purely in terms of business. And on the other hand, is this public? The tweets we will be seeing on the LCD or the LED.
Whatever feeds you are trying
They are
to
publicly, or are we going to send it to you and you will be uploading them?
No,
it's
it will be
Public.
public.
Okay, then the other issue would be there are thousands of tweets will be coming all over the world. How will you select that?
That's
tweet?
what, taking out a feed. So for example, if there is a hashtag which is going on, let's say
Exactly,
McDonald's.
hashtag में बहुत आता है. You have approximately
I'll explain this question. I come from the pharma field as well.
Okay.
So we pitched, we were making a media plan, a complete media plan for them, right? Which included mobile, which included this thing, your internet, and obviously they wanted OH, but we don't do that. So what we said is that for every pharma company, the main aim is that उन लोग का product doctor के सामने होना चाहिए. You agree with me?
Yeah.
Right? So now this company, I won't name it, is that they are the world leaders of medical information, journals, and all the scientific data. Now what happens is that every doctor, I mean if it's just leave the GPs, what they want is the new research information. So the book which costs them like about 5,000, right? So they say that please give me the book, I want to read it, and then in return I will subscribe or whatever, prescribe your thing or whatever, etc. So I pitched them saying that here they have active social media team. Okay, their revenue is 5 billion. They have active social media team in US. So what happens is that the team is like researching and sending tweets about their thing. So now what we are going to do is that we are going to put the feed of whatever that company is saying. You got my point? It's not
It's a user account. It's tying up with the user account.
It's tied up with the user account. So we're gonna just install it. They just love it. They said we will just install it on something. It will be having a digital clock as well. Suppose if the feeds are not coming, the digital clock will be shown, and they're gonna just gift it. So all they want to do is that they're gonna throw their brand in front of them for $2,000. It's like crazy.
Okay, fine. This was the last question. Thanks for being here. Yeah. A big hand of applause. So what I do understand is the business is not about the LED device, but it is about the platform that you are going to create. Okay. the next lightning pitch. It is estate lister. Siddesh is with us, and Siddesh, where are you? Virendra, sorry. Virendra and Prashant are with me.
So, hi everybody. My name is Virendra. I am a co-founder of EstateLister.com. So basically, we are India's only real estate portal. Why we call ourselves a portal is because we are not one of the many real estate websites that you see in the country today to talk about Magic Bricks, 99 acres and Indian property. So we are pretty different from them. What we are trying to do is, as our first slide says, we are trying our best to transform a sector which contributes 12% of India's GDP and is even today unorganized. So I am a Delhi-based guy, and this startup is founded in Mumbai. We have our office in Bombay. One thing that we see across the real estate market in the country is that there is a lot of information asymmetry, and there is, although a lot of data is available if you go to the internet, but there is nobody to make sense of that data for you. A simple example would be, if you're looking for a property, you can go to any real estate website in the country and search for a property, call up the broker, and most probably you'll end up hearing that either the price is not the same or the property is sold out. So basically what is happening, remarkably enough, in times of internet, all the information that you're getting on the internet is actually outdated, and nobody is investing into helping users find the right property for themselves or to make an investment. So this is where Estate Lister comes in. So if you can move on to the next slide. This is basically the real estate industry in India. So everybody wants to buy a home. So the challenge that lies, like I've already talked, is how to make sense of everything, all the data that you see, and get something that is useful for you, because not many people in this country invest in real estate on a regular basis. So on an average, you will not buy more than 2 homes in your lifetime. So the opportunity is help these 1.2 billion Indians realize their dreams. Just a small heads up, we are not an internet-based company. We are not looking to sell our product on the internet. Internet for us is only a medium. What we do is we find solutions for you. So if you open my website, there's a pop-up which says, please enter your mobile number if you're looking for something, and we actually work on your leads. And we have an offline presence across 6 cities in India. We have 2,500 brokers who are listed with us today. Any one of us who thinks that it is easy to find a property without a broker has probably not seen the real market in the country. In India, you need to get in touch with a broker at least. It's very difficult to find a genuine seller. So this is where Estate Lister lies, that we will provide you the highest number of choice for your requirement with a very high reliability ratio. So we do not have any stake in whatever property you are buying. So it does not really matter to us if you buy or not. What we will provide you is a very impartial view of the whole thing. Next slide. So this is our product bouquet. We do not differentiate between any kind of brokers, builders or owners. We provide free property listing to everybody. There's a real estate Q&A. We have news. So we provide the latest real estate news across the country. We have more than 30,000 project sites on our website. We do our own research. We are very shortly going to launch a property trender for Bombay and for Delhi, in which we will be providing the latest real estate rates on a daily basis through our broker network that we have on the ground, and will help you find your flat needs. So if you can just skip to the last slide. So these are the products. I don't think you can just visit our website and check out these products. Yeah. So this is our offline business lifeline, the thing that I talked about earlier. We are in touch with brokers. Siddesh is not here currently because he's gone to talk to builders in Pune. We have our own call center, 6 employees in Bombay. We have an on-field network, and we do event management for the builders. Last slide. Please visit us at estatelister.com, or you can write to Siddesh at estatelister.com. This is the core team. Thank you. we are at 30,000 UVs, if I hope the internet people understand that, and we debuted in ComScore at 81 last month. So it's more beyond, you're completely right. So what happens is, if you look closely, all the websites, Magicplex, 99acres and these people, they make money out of selling their products to internet marketing to builders, which at the end of the day is again a lead capture mechanism. So this is how the industry works.
In the real estate industry, there is a lot of black money, etc. going on. So information asymmetry, even after talking to brokers, might not be completely solved, because maybe you talk to the actual owner of the house and that owner asks for some black money, etc. So how do you address that? Can you guarantee that there will be absolutely no information asymmetry after?
Yeah. So two parts to it. Firstly, black money, like I have worked in Gurgaon. So what happens in Gurgaon is very simple. Suppose you have a property for 2 crores, he'll tell you upfront that the check will be made for 1.2 CR and 80 lakhs has to be paid in black. So the black money factor is already there in any property price that you see. So any property price that you see across the country, the black money is already there. So the component of black money is already told by the broker when you call him first. Black and white, these, information asymmetry is not about the black or white component. The asymmetry is about the daily changing prices. What people do not realize is that, like the stock market, real estate market changes price every day.
Whether on the legal front,
this is how it works.
Stable it.
What would be the cost implication to a buyer or a seller? I mean, ultimately, if I see the way, I mean, the offline ground, you don't have your own team, which is like a very widespread team, and you alliance with brokers. So, ultimately, what is the cost implication to a buyer seller? Is it like a double brokerage that one ends up paying?
No. He pays his own brokerage to the broker, right. And Prashant, who's sitting beside you, is one of the persons who works on the field. And if we crack a deal on our own, so we get the brokerage from the customer. See, the brokerage business is not something that you're looking to scale up in the future.
No, I completely understand. What I'm saying is that how do you monetize if ultimately you end up using a broker to buy a property for me? Is there a revenue share model that you work with the broker?
No.
Then how do you make money on it?
I will make money through advertising. As simple as that. Like he mentioned, it is basically a lead capture thing. So we already have 5 builders who are advertising with us right now.
Right.
So they express, so how properties are sold is there are brokers, there are genuine sellers, and there is the builder himself. So we are going to take money on in the future from builders and from brokers.
I would like to just throw a thought. I mean, while you are doing such a great job of getting a person meet the broker for a right property and a right area, why don't you start a revenue share model with the broker? I mean, nothing stops you. You are the one who's getting a client to broker.
Actually, we have tried that. What happens in that is very simple. Today we get 25 leads in a day. Okay. What happens is that customers do not make their buying decisions just like that. So it takes a lot of time. There is no way I can come to know whether a deal has consummated or not. I have to rely on the customer and on the broker to come to know this, and both have their own interest to hide this from me. So this does not work.
And we had a theme on real estate. What we found was that in case if there is any startup in this domain, customers will use that startup to get what they want, and then they will jump the startup directly going to the broker saying that isko leke itna hoga, directly kitna hoga. That kind of thought comes in. This is how it goes. There was a question for me.
Given the thought on the revenue model, and the extension is that you have these guys who are coming to the site, and then if you can get the lead, sell the lead to the developer itself, you would have some broader understanding that this guy is looking in this area, this kind of technology. So maybe you would be able to offer hot lead to the guy.
Yeah, that is what we're doing. So you guys might have heard of Groffer.com. So that is also real estate. They are essentially a broker and they claim to get you the best deal. So we diverge from that model. We do not want to become a broker. Like you said, there's a very efficient lead capture. We capture the lead and send it to the builder and let it and leave it to the builder to make sense of the lead, because such decisions are they can change in a minute. Sorry? No, we list. We have some 25,000 properties listed right now.
So how do you ensure that the property is already sold and also
No, we don't do that.
You're saying your information is not up to date.
Yeah, so what you do is, on my website there are no phone numbers available.
Yeah.
So you give me your phone number, I will call you back. So there will be hardly a case when your exact requirement is listed on the website. So I'll take your exact requirement, get back to the broker and come back with a very up-to-date price for you.
But the listing that are there may not be updated, right?
Yeah, sure.
No, he's saying the listing might not be up to date. For up-to-date listing, you need to give me your lead. You need to give me your number.
So we'll give you a live code.
So we'll just take 2 more questions. These 2 probably, and then the networking session will come.
Do you have a special section for any distress sale? Because the fun in buying real estate is when that way is building and then you can buy.
See, we have worked on this quite a lot. The genuine buyers like you and me will never get a distress sale. I'll tell you why.
Firstly, thank you for calling me a genuine buyer. But
Genuine buyer, somebody who is not an investor. Somebody who is not an
really,
investor.
the real fun, the main, the real fun in real estate is when you can buy real cheap. Unlike stock market where you know that the stock is fallen or you can track trends and then see, okay, it will fall in the next few days or whatever. Do you have a system where, some good distress sale can be captured?
No, that's what I was saying. There is nothing like a distress sale. I'll tell you why. In the Gurgaon market, you have a price for every apartment and there's a whole broker network. So if an apartment is sold, let's say even 50 rupees per square feet lower than that, there is a broker in the market who will say, okay, मैं खुद ही खरीद देता हूँ, आप क्यों बेच रहे हो और किसी और? That is how it works. This is how efficient this network is. And so on and so forth in every city across the country. But Gurgaon is the market. The brokers there use everything from Blackberries to Google groups to Twitters and bulk SMSs. I get them every day.
Well, just to add to your point, the moment you put up a distress sale live on some portal, it will no longer remain a distress sale, because if you say I'll pay 1,000 more, I'll say I'll pay 5,000 more, because it's still I'll find value in it.
Distress remove ho jata hai.
What I'm saying is that the value that you're trying to find will no longer be as much as you would have just come to know from your informal sources. I'm saying the moment you put it live, I mean, there would be people who would say, I am fine if I'm getting 20,000 cheaper, I don't care if he's selling it cheap or not.
I think I can take your question.
Your interface between the genuine seller and the buyer as well, right?
Yeah.
And the broker and the buyer as well.
Yeah, everybody.
So basically you
between
can
buyers
connect,
and sellers. Yeah.
So you can connect the direct owner of the flat to the buyer, right? And you don't charge any money for that.
No.
So if a person just wants to see what's the market like and whatever, a person who logs onto your portal has to give his number, and every person who logs onto your portal gives his number, you will call everybody and ask for the requirements.
Yeah. See, 30,000 UPs, not everybody gives this number.
And not everybody is looking to buy a property.
But everybody would know, what mind giving their numbers just for that, but they won't know that you are giving them a call. And so you go on track. I mean,
I think if that were true, then there would be no need for D&D rules in this country. If people are willing to give out their mobile numbers so easily.
So are you moving towards just that kind of a model where people will search stuff and you will take money from those who want to be the first in their search?
Nothing like that. We are just going to see where it goes. Right now we are working towards making this pretty huge in terms of UVs and number of people who are visiting, so that going forward we can use it as a brand management tool for builders.
So what I like about Virendra is this, that they are going to transform something which contributes 12% to India's GDP. That is kind of a mission that you want to look as a startup. For next 20 minutes, 25 minutes, Aditya will be briefing you about how he started, how he has come to where he has reached. So, on over to Aditya. A big hand for Aditya.
Well, I would say it's really disheartening to know that Shrikant mentioned that there is no VC funding available for a service industry company, because we are another service industry. We are into services as well. We are actually a 4-year-old company. And I came to India and I worked with KPMG, and my profile was ethical computer hacking. Okay, so because of my job, I had to travel a lot. So I've been to UK. That's like standard now. So the inspiration to start this company really came from there. Because after traveling so much, when I came back, people started asking me, where should I go in Paris? You know, how do I, is Eiffel Tower worth the visit? Or, you know, there were so many questions, and I thought this is the business which I should be targeting. In fact, just for information, I was working on various business plans for the last 3 years in KPMG. I, you know, developed a business plan for pharma company, for I don't know which job, you know, it really didn't work out. So finally, I decided I should get into travel because this is what I have, you know, I've traveled so I can sell the service to people. So I actually started the company while I was working for KPMG, and just to see how it goes. So I would actually do KPMG work in the morning and evening. It would be my work. So almost like, you know, I would work 18 hours a day. And then there came a point wherein I could not handle both work, and I said, you know, I have to quit KPMG. And this was 1 month before my bonus was due. And people were like, are you crazy? I said, if I wait for my bonus, I'll lose my company. So I quit. So, yeah. So basically, okay. So inspiration for DLTA came due to significant corporate travel. The extensive travel experience took questions from people as I discussed. Then I did market research and identified the need for a customized travel planner. Now, when I say customized travel planner, you must have all had experiences of various travel agents, and if you really ask them, you know, how do I go from Singapore to Malaysia? That's an easy one though. But there are questions like, you know, how do I go from London to Paris? What are the options for me? They will not be able to say. Because the industry works in a fashion wherein queries come to the local travel agent. They will forward it to the you know, the country for where the package is for. The information will come back to him, and then he will talk to you. So, you know, you wouldn't get that really first-hand information, although people are intelligent these days, you know, they Google and find how they have to travel. But from a travel agent perspective, people don't know. So I did my market research and identified the need for a customized travel plan. Simultaneously, since I was working for KPMG, I identified the need by companies to have a single travel consultant offering all services. I'll just throw a simple question to all you guys. Which company comes to your mind when we talk about corporate travel? Anyone? Oh, that's my company. Thomas Cook. What else? KSV is not into corporate travel. They are more into customized tours and international. Sorry? Amex. Yeah. Anyone else? No. They are more for agents. They don't work with corporates. So, no. Pioneer again is an international travel planner. So you see there are very few names here. And that is how, you know, I thought I should focus on this area. Because there are not many people who are doing this. American Express charges a bomb for every ticket because they have made that software which helps companies to actually book their tickets. They charge like almost, from what I know, 500 rupees per ticket as a service fee. Nobody will buy that in India. There is Cox and Kings, there is HRG Sita, there's maybe one or two more. The problem with these companies is they could only do air ticketing. They don't do hotels, they don't do visas. They may have a different arm which will do insurance, this, but nobody is offering all services under one umbrella. So we thought that was a need because we started talking to various secretaries of various companies, and they said, yeah, it's really nice, you know, if we could have one person whom we could send all our queries and then it could be routed behind. So these are the two services which we found are unique. So what do? Corporate travel, leisure travel. Under that we do hotel bookings, visa, air tickets, cars, travel insurance. All services, as I said, under one umbrella. Now, the major business is corporate travel because I find it easier to connect with corporate guys, you know, because of my background, because working with them. I find it really difficult to, you know, work with individual businessmen who always, you know, after price. So I thought that's the area which I should target because that's where my strength lies, and I can talk to them in their language. Leisure travel I started because once we were an authorized agent for a company, the employees of the company would directly come to us for their individual trip planning. So that's the second business line which really started for us. So that's pretty much about a company. I'll keep it very short, and because this forum is about entrepreneurship and also, I'll directly get on to lessons learned during this 4-year journey. Price is important, but service is more important. Invest in people. Very, very difficult. You know, we could have brilliant, you know, our ideas would be really great. It won't work without people. You need people to execute. Let your failures motivate you. I remember the first business which I got from a company, it's a big company, was for a trip to Sri Lanka for all the top executives, CEOs, CFOs and all. And I was so happy, it was a big, money, and the trip got cancelled. I got the money from the client, I paid the money to the vendor, and then they cancelled the trip. I was really disappointed. But it really moved, from there on, and after that there was no looking back. There is a solution to every problem. Never say this problem is not solvable. You can always find solutions. You'll come across various problems during your day-to-day businesses, but there is a solution to every problem. Oh, my business is completely running on word of mouth. No marketing, nothing of that sort. All we do is just a phone call. That would be just off the track, but people from existing companies are telling other companies, take services from. Very important again. Identify gaps to bridge, create a market. Although you must be happy making money in your business, we are making money, so quite happy. But we are always on the lookout for more things to do inside the industry. For example, we found that car rentals is a big pain in India. Drivers not wearing uniforms. I was in fact just discussing with Bhavesh. That's a problem area for, and I've said I'm not going to offer that services. It's just a value-added service. But I feel that if I can get that kind of service from someone, then it is sellable in the market. So we are always on the lookout for new things to do. We are also coming up with a new software which will help companies book directly onto our website, similar to Amex, but with limited functionality. But we wouldn't be charging them the way these companies charge. And the last one again is very important. Karm kar phal ki ichha. Do your work properly, money will come. Is what I've learned. Another thing which I've learned in my, in the travel industry, a lot of things work in a spiral fashion. As I said, word of mouth matters. One client, if he's happy, he'll refer 4 other clients. Now, you should never reject a client if the money is less over. A lot of time it happens. If I'm earning, let's say, 4x money and from one person and x money from one person, we may not give importance to that person that much. But you will realize that that person from whom you want only x money will actually refer you to 10 people later. So you have to manage your work accordingly so that everybody gets service to the best of your ability. Now, what would be advice to prospective? You must have heard this many times, so I wouldn't really get into this. Yeah. Next one. I really believe in this one. Meet your own expectations, then someone else's expectations. So do your work to the best of your abilities. That's. And the last one also, learn along the way if you want to grow. There will be a lot of things which you learn from other people. From other business colleagues, from vendors, from various people, you just incorporate that and make your business grow. I really feel that there is no need to charge 500 rupees. I think most of the thing is coming from the fact that they are a US-based company, they have their own costs involved, and they have not really gone all out into the Indian market. If you see the companies in India who are actually using Amex, will have an office in US. To whom they are actually, it's kind of an intranet which has been created where they can do their things. So they're not really present in the Indian market, I would say. The only people who are using it are the people who have offices in the US. So their costs are high and that's why they keep charging this. And there are companies who are using them, so I wouldn't deny it. I know Citibank does. So.
Your target is to become or reach to that level only?
Yes. But through other means. We wouldn't want to charge. We want to keep it the pricing less, but expand through an online channel, which we are currently working on. Because this is an offline channel, people sending us mail and all that stuff. But we are working on a software where companies can directly book things at very discounted prices. So we are focusing on price as well as service.
Again, you have to remember.
In that case, the price is still what you are offering. Now there is no competitor.
It's all offline, no online, and no big player. I mean, I've done my research with all the companies we are working. See, companies have currently what companies are doing, they have a vendor for air tickets. For hotels, they are individually tying up with each and every hotel all over India. That's a standard trend in all companies. Anywhere you go and talk, that's how they are doing. For visas, they will have a third vendor. For travel insurance, they will have a fourth vendor. Which makes it very difficult for them to coordinate with each and every person. Because in fact, a lot of the work which we get for companies is because we are one point of contact for all services.
So, how many hotels have you tied up in India?
See, that's another thing which is a strength for us, is what I feel. We have tied up with various five-star hotels like Taj, Leela.
Okay, so those are chains.
Hotel chains. We're working with only hotel chains.
Right.
But what happens is whenever we are pitching to a company, they are always asking us, what are your rates? Why should we entertain you?
Sure.
And we tell them we don't have any rates. We work on a dynamic rate model. By doing that, they are not able to compare us with any other rate. And they test us. We have been very successful with this.
How was the downturn for you since you started the businesses? Was it a good time?
Okay, another interesting thing I want to tell you is I started this business during recession in May 2008, peak recession. Hotels were bought in Delhi by one of my companies for 22,000 per night. Okay, Taj Hotel. I was able to offer that for 15,000. And to be honest, I also didn't realize how it happened. Which actually got me an entry into the company, and by the time recession went, I was ready to take off. A lot of people told me, don't start in recession. I said, I don't care.
I guess
I just want to understand, I mean, I have been a part of an experience travel program which we did for some creative agency, and obviously because it was more of an experience travel, we could charge a premium.
Right.
And no questions on that, nobody asked. Because if any layman would, what we were offering them, they would say, yeah, this is too expensive. But it was a premium for the experience travel. What I basically understand is that, normally now there are no margins on air tickets, hardly anything. Hardly anything. So where does one really end up making money? As in,
The margins are there in air tickets. It's something which has been created by all agents, by all companies, that they're charging a service fee. The margins are there.
No, I'm saying that it's not really, something which is like...
People actually want to make money in hotels, to be honest.
That's
air
what
tickets, nobody's interested.
Yeah, that's what I want.
The advantage with air tickets, it's a fast moving product. You will sell one hotel, you will sell 5 tickets. So the money is safe. But if you see everybody wants hotel, that's where the money is.
See, travel is a very common business. Right now, what is your key challenges and how you are overcoming this key challenge? And second is, do you put any innovation in this traditional business? Yes. And what is that?
In fact, I have a technology background, so I'm always thinking about how to use technology to actually sell my products. So currently, I know it's an offline model and it cannot scale beyond a level with this kind of a setup. So when you say, to answer your first question, the key challenges. The key challenge for me right now is, how do we sell the products, the individual products, air ticket, hotel, at the cheapest possible price to the end consumer, who are currently more comfortable dealing with travel agents.
Price is your main challenge.
Price, I have the best price. I mean, talk about make my internet clear, everybody has the same price. Only thing is, some people will be a margin of, in air tickets, about 50 rupees here and there, but they do more volume. Price everybody has, but how do you sell it to the end person at the really bottom prices so that you can also sustain your cost? Now, make my internet cannot afford to do it beyond a certain level because they have their cost involved as well. So, the key challenge for me is right now, how can I do that in a closed group rather than an open group? Like, since I said I'm focusing on corporates, I want to sell the same thing to corporates only, let them benefit from there. Although corporates is a cash cow. Once you get an entry, you make money. Because nobody bothers, they want the work done fast. They can't wait. Price is the least of the concerns. So that is why I said, one of the slides, price is important, but service is more important.
What kind of innovation you have put?
Innovation is, we are incorporating, we are coming up with a software which could help people directly book any travel package to any part of the world within 5 minutes. So for example, currently what is happening is, if you want to go to Singapore, Malaysia, wherever, you will send an email to the travel agent. the travel agent will send an email to the Singapore travel agent. Singapore travel agent will revert after 24 hours. The agent will see how much I should earn, margin, markup. So basically your response time is 48 hours. And by that time you are actually, you want to travel, so you want to just think fast. So we are making a software wherein we have incorporated the lowest prices and you guys will be able to book it directly at the cheapest price immediately. So you will know, let's say for example if your budget is 1 lakh rupees, where all you can go.
So how the software will be different from Make My Trip or the other portal?
Make My Trip will show you only individual pricing. Air ticket is so much, hotel is so much. You have to manually go and check hotel. You know,
they have packages.
No, but which is a very
good package.
That's all very specific.
Make My Trip doesn't give you customized packages.
Right.
Make My Trip gives you
It's a ready
ready-made
pack.
packages. The portal he's coming up with is
Very
basically
customized.
about customizing your package with a quicker response time. So the reason why you go to a travel agent is because you tell boss मेरे को सिंगापुर जाना है, मलेशिया जाना है, ऑस्ट्रेलिया जाना है. अब तू बता कि मेरे को मिनिमम कॉस्ट कैसा है, which flight should I take, should I take Air Asia,
You're not
should I
able to
take
tell you.
Qantas? Those are your questions.
He doesn't know anything.
Now Make My Trip, Yatra will not do that. This online portal, however, will give you that bandwidth that you will actually be able to select the lower cost. For example, Make My Trip will tell you which hotels they're giving you in the package. Okay, they will tell you that they're giving you a 2-star or 2.5-star hotel for this package price. But you can actually select an Air Asia flight and a 5-star hotel on this website.
So basically you can play with the costing. If you feel that the budget is high, you can remove that hotel and select some other.
So you can be step by step.
That would be quite sure. So thanks to Aditya. Just a quick introduction. Bhavesh is from Ola Cabs, and what Ola Cabs is doing is kind of disrupting the whole travel domain with a very small but very on-time apt idea. I would rather than leave it, I would give it on Bhavesh to introduce Ola Cabs to you.
So I'm Bhavesh, and I'll be giving you guys an overview of my company called Ola Cabs, which we started in December last year. So we're a startup, and we find our work really exciting, and I hope I can get some feedback from you guys. Alright, so how many of us have had a taxi experience? I guess everybody's used a taxi once, right? And how many have had a bad taxi experience? Everybody? Right. So we're fixing that. So that's our market. We're fixing your taxi experiences. So you'll ask me, what's there to fix? So you shouldn't have to, call 10 people, haggle with each one of them to book a taxi, right? You should be able to use your smartphones, your computers to find your taxi. The ride should be smooth and pleasurable, right? What if you're flying and your pilot doesn't forget the way? Why should your driver forget the way? And at the end of the taxi experience, you have to pull up change. Sometimes you don't have change. The driver will go looking for change. You'll waste 10 minutes to miss your meeting. So it should all be very seamless, the whole experience, right from booking the taxi to traveling to the post-taxi experience. So that's what we're doing. We're changing the way taxis are experienced, hopefully worldwide. The team is, I am an IIT Mumbai graduate. I finished my BTech 2008, and I worked with Microsoft 2 years after that. My co-founder is Ankit. He's the guy who actually builds stuff, and I get all the credit. We bootstrapped initially. We launched in December and bootstrapped till April. In April, we raised an angel round from very prominent angel investors, Jain and Anupam, who is the founder of Shadi and Mahan. Okay, so broadly, if you look at the taxi space in India, right, there's 3 products. One is the point-to-point city taxi, which is the Merus and the black and yellows and the auto rickshaws. Then there's the outstation product. And then there's the full day or half day local taxi. A lot of corporates, and this is where I think your segment will be solving. For the people who love numbers, it's a huge market, really growing. So when we started off, we thought, okay, let's take a step back, let's identify the key pain points here. And we figured that 3 main pain points. It's inconvenient to book a taxi. You have to call people, you have to make 10 calls to book a single taxi. There's no quality assurance. You don't know whether the driver will come on time or come late, or will he be drunk, will he be having body odor, 10 things you can list down. There's no price transparency. You can stop you in the way and charge you 20 rupees extra. So you have to really be at this mercy. So we believe we have a solution to this. We've been executing for the past 11 months now and seeing good traction. That's our website. You can just search for your requirements. You can search outstation travel, local travel, point city travel. You can book it right online, just the way you book a flight ticket or a bus ticket, and your car shows up right online. Okay. On the face of it, it looks like a very web business, right? But it's really our main business is offline. Most of our energy is spent, making sure we have good quality cars on board. We don't own the cars; we're an aggregator. So the key to the business is making sure we have good partners, good drivers, making sure they understand what we stand for, they understand what our customers want. We also have our mobile app. It's an HTML5 data. If you want, you can just open it right now and book a taxi. So Jain was when we got our first customer. We did one sale in the entire month, and now we do almost like 40 sales a day. Really growing fast. It was growing almost 50% month on month. That's what it is. Do you guys want to see the demo? Yeah. Okay. So all of you must have used the radio taxi, right? Let me just show this demo. So everybody's used or heard of how people use radio taxi, right? What's the typical experience like? You make a call, you're in the call center queue for 5 minutes, and then you get through, and half the time they don't have the coffee, and the remaining half you're always jittery and I'm going to miss my flight. So it's not the ideal experience, it's a really broken experience. So what we've done is, it's a mobile level. I can show it to you on my phone, but I don't know how many people will see it. I'll just describe it. So what we've done is, you're on the road, right? Just open our website, olacabs.com on your mobile, and your phone knows where you are through your GPS. So what will show up is you will get your GPS location. All you have to do is press the button saying pick me up. You will see the car assigned to you on the phone, and you can see the car coming to you on the phone. It's as simple as that. It takes 10 seconds. There's no calling anybody, nothing. It's live. You can do that today.
Now, which is this car?
This is the rental car.
This is not black.
It's not a black and yellow. We want to control the entire experience. We don't want to send you a crappy.
So this is, you have some tie-ups and you decide which cars, your brand.
Since you're outsourcing the cars, it's all rental based, how do you assure the customer is having a good experience? Because you don't own the ride.
But we select the guys we work with, right? And we train them to an extent, we orient them to an extent. So there's like 10,000 vendors out there in Mumbai. We don't need to partner with everyone. We need to partner with the good ones. So that's our core IP, right? How do we select which vendors to partner with?
How is your model different from justdial.com on a mass market basis?
So JustDial is just a lead generation. So you call JustDial as a customer, it's a different experience. Right? You will get 10 vendors you haggle with each other. Right? We are one brand, these guys will have the cars, just come and go. As a customer, it's different. Even for the vendor, we're not a lead generation thing, we give them guarantees.
Given that you have an interesting interface, are they enough? You have 600 cars over including local transport. So do you have enough vendors out there, enough cars out there, you can tie up with car companies that you have the fleet?
Yeah, so I showed you the numbers, like there are like 4 lakh cars across India. And just in Bombay there's 50,000 cars. Just in Bombay there's 50,000 cars we can partner with.
50,000 cars?
We can partner with. And
that's the size of the market.
That's the size of the market.
We can partner with, we are available.
That many cars.
The last one.
Yeah, airport transfer, I just browsed it. It says 700 rupees. Right, now I'll tell you what, from my home to demonstrate, because I was very pleased to see that app that you said. Yeah. And Monday morning I have an early morning flight. Yeah. I was just trying it, but it's quite expensive because what happens for me, I end up spending 300. Now, even for all the services, I mean, I don't mind waiting 5 minutes on a call, but I don't want to spend 400 rupees more to get one.
So basically, that's going to change on Monday. Huh? That's going to change on Monday. So right now, we don't have the point-to-point product on our website. The airport transfer is basically a half-day rental product.
Okay.
So we're adding the point-to-point product within a week or so.
Okay.
That's the.
Okay, I thought that was part of this. This was a half day, this thing.
So the interface in a point-to-point product is just you open your app, you'll see your location, just press a button saying pick me up. You will see the car on the screen come towards you.
Is there an app right now to download?
That's a HTML5 web app. So it will be live on our mobile website.
Sandeep and his team from Clips India would be giving a lightning pitch. This is again the same format that we saw in the first half, wherein one entrepreneur giving his ideas, his business showcase within 5 minutes, 7 minutes max, and then we have those brilliant questions coming in.
So in recent development, we have started one initiative with the name 360 Navigator. So when Aditya was presenting his venture, we were really happy to see it because what he is doing at a bigger level, we are doing it at a very small level. So his customers want to go from India to Thailand or to Malaysia. Our customers want to go from, let's say, Devana Depot to Sakinaka, and that is equally complex sometimes in Mumbai. So this is what we are doing. So we would like to start a discussion with a simple question. You want to go from SP Jain, this place, to TIS, that is our college. So how would you go? Any answer? Tata Institute of Social Sciences.
That's the first difficulty. Okay.
Next. Next. That's the one in Chennai, right?
Yeah, it's near.
How will you go?
How will you go?
From here?
Yeah,
on the highway, Bandra, Chennai.
No,
with your
how
own
will you
vehicle?
Yeah, with my own vehicle.
How many kilometers it is from here?
It should be around 20.
Around 20, okay.
Any more? Cross the bridge, take a 332, go to Kurla. From Kurla, you can go to Govandi by train. From Govandi, it's walking distance.
And I will call him.
That's good.
Thank you.
Anything else? Yeah, so you just have to call this number and find 360, and this is a simple solution. Walk to the railway station, which is around 700 meters, board train towards CST, get down at Vadala, then board a train towards Vashi and get down at Govandi. From there, it is around 1.5 kilometers and it will cost you around 11 rupees. And total travel duration is around 1 hour 10 minutes, depending upon traffic. So this is what we do. If you want to go from bus, this is the solution. Board bus number 374. Devana bus depot, and in just in front of that bus depot, this is the college there. Total duration is 9 minutes. And if you want to go by auto rickshaw, total meter would be 9.5, that is not kilometer, that is miles. And fare would be around 130 rupees. Again, it can vary till 150 depending upon traffic. And total duration would be this. So this is our solution. This is our venture.
So you just see you have a call center where people will call,
Yeah.
they will get to know whatever transport mode they want to go. Like say for example, if I say, please SMS me the ways by doing bus, taking bus.
You just tell us your query and we'll SMS you, or we can tag you online on the phone.
But then does this consider the traffic that is if I go via bus or the rickshaw?
Real-time updates are not available right now, but maybe in future we'll get that.
So that even God will not say.
Bombay, city like Bombay, nobody can predict.
Which is having a GPS solution tied up with all the rickshawalas. In real time, he can actually show where is the traffic in this road. Right? So that is the kind of thing which is possible.
No, the point is to comment on time. It's not about something.
That's a separate thing.
Rather than that, I would like to show a bigger picture about this. In Mumbai, there are 2,350 local train travels every day. In Mumbai, there are 600 bus numbers. In Mumbai, there are 1,50,000 auto rickshaws and taxis. This is the mass. Population of Mumbai is 23 million. Every day, 6.9 million people travel by train, 4.5 million travel by bus. Auto rickshaws, taxis, we don't have the number. This is the scale, and I believe when we look at the people,
the applications, the websites, whatever we have developed very well, very nice applications, very well. But out of this 23 million people, what will be the percentage of people who are able to browse through all those applications? And as we are in this industry, we know what are the limitations of these applications. They won't give you end-to-end complete solution. No application can give this. So what we do is, for those people, we get calls. We launched this on 6th October on the Dussehra day, and we get calls from senior citizen majorly. We get calls from bhajiwalas saying that, okay, my meter is 200, but as you said, it should cost me 160. Why this happened? We get calls like this. We get calls like, sir, I need to go to this location. I tell him that, okay, this number is the bus, and you need to walk down to this road. So he asked me, okay, what is the name of the road I am walking in? So we can't give that detailed answer. But what we do is, for a common man walking on the road who don't know how to browse the application or how to ask the information, or he don't know whether the information given by a stranger or a shopwala or even my friend, will that be a best information? We provide them the best information available with us, authentic information, so that you can reach your destination safely and at no extra cost. We don't charge you anything. We don't, just you pay for whatever service provider, Vodafone, Airtel, what you give them, only this is the cost you pay. We don't charge anything from you. And yeah, so this is what we target, this is what we aim. We think this we started not because we want to guide people. This is started because when we say that, okay, there will be traffic, in Mumbai, city like Mumbai, we are the people who create all this traffic condition. We are the people who create all this environmental pollution. Why? Because we want to travel from SP Jain to TISS by taxi. This is wrong. When the cities are planned at a broader level, we say that auto rickshaws and taxis are feeder lines. Main lines are public transport. We should use public transport as much as we can, because those are run on a cleaner fuel than the fuel we are using on our own vehicles. That's what we propose people, that you should use cleaner vehicles, use public transport, and make your environment beautiful, and also save your own money. Yeah.
So how are you getting money?
This is not toll-free number. This is a simple mobile. Actually, what we believe is our cost is like 1 paisa per second, and we give you answer within 1 minute. So you won't lose more than 50 paisa for a call, and you get quality information. We will send you a SMS, or if you want online, we can tell you online. We give both the information.
So how are you getting money? I mean, what are you earning? How are you earning?
Yeah, that's the next challenge. We want to advertise through our helpline. There are two ways. One is through a caller tune. You won't hear a song, but you will hear an advertisement. Second is you will get an appended text on your SMS. These are the two main venues where we will get advertisements. After that, we will tie up with Aditya and Ola.com.
People to use taxis and all.
Yeah. See,
but if you are, then he will provide you the solution.
No, but will a bhajiwala listen to that ad and be a consumer? That's the question. I call a buyback
Yeah, definitely. What we want is, we don't want to advertise, for example, say buy this. What we want to advertise is, we want to append a text saying use seatbelt while driving. Those kind of social public interest messages we want to advertise.
Pay your bill through this website. Those kind of things. So So we want to tie up with the PSUs basically, public sector companies. So we don't want to do the advertising like for shopper stuff or for other developers. So we are targeting that kind of social marketing.
Right now we are getting around 20 calls. But we were in news in Hindustan Times. On that day we got more than 200 calls. Next day we were on Red FM. That day we got around 150 calls. When we were on Malishka's show and just after she announced our number, I got a call immediately, and that call lasted for 1 minute and 40 seconds. And when I dropped that call, there were 41 missed calls during that 1 minute and 40 because
And
people started calling.
there would be definitely one call from me every day.
Yeah.
I've been calling this number. It was really helpful because I'm new to Mumbai and I was able to understand the rules and the transport system.
Thank you.
But how will it be useful? How will it be useful for people who are living here for so long?
People still don't know DISS. That means there is a good market.
I'm talking about routes and places. You know, if I have to go to Bandra, I don't know what bus or what train or where the station is.
We also don't. This is the answer. I don't need to say. And we don't need actually. We haven't spent a rupee in advertising ourselves. What we did is we send a SMS to our friends. They sent to their friends because they liked it, as you liked it, and we got coverage in Hindustan Times. It was half-page coverage. It was huge coverage. Then reading that news, we got coverage in Red FM. Service exactly. I read your number in our organization's newsletter, weekly newsletter. So organizations are doing this thing for us. So this is how we are planning. As everyone said, like word-to-mouth publicity is the most important publicity. This is how we are planning.
So how many people are there to make calls and for?
Right now, there is only one person.
And what hours like covering like which time?
It is 9 to 9, but still we get calls at random hours. But
so after that is
no, we don't switch off. We don't switch off because we get calls around 3 a.m., 1 a.m. and people call us because they want to know whether the trains will be running at this hour. So if we don't pick up the call, it will be a serious situation for them. So we pick up the call and we answer them as much as possible.
Where do you get all this data from?
We get data from different sources and we validate them manually, visiting all the persons. Yeah, we authenticated that data that okay, what information we are getting is.
How many calls? I think you should reach out to the admin or the HR department of these corporates, leveraging your goodwill and PR that you generated, and ask them to sort of circulate a mail around the employees. Yeah.
But they also need to ramp up the team because if one call I'm on and I miss 41 people, there are 41 serious situations.
What we did is we called them all them back. We called them back. On the day.
You can have multiple lines of this, right?
Yeah, we want to, but at this level, it's just 1 month old. So at this level, it is manned by one person, and we don't want to invest. We don't have money to invest. So
and you can ask them to use the option of SMS. That way,
people do SMS us to ask their route, and we answer them on SMS also.
So how many calls do you miss in a day? I mean, if there's only one person.
Now we don't. Now we don't.
If there's only one person answering a call.
No, but number of calls is also very low right now. Like we are getting only 20 to 25 calls.
In a day?
Yeah, in a day. So we are not missing much calls now.
So you people are looking for fund to
Yeah,
definitely.
Yes.
That's why we are here.
We are looking for funds and we are looking for partners like Aditya and Ola. So if someone wants to go, we get calls like how to go to Matheran or something. We direct them on public transport. But if in future, if somebody wants to go by private taxi, we would like to send them the number, your number, or if somebody wants to travel a longer trip, then we can send them.
Taxi drivers, they also
Question. I'm just wondering, previous insight on the amount of funds you might be looking for as a future plan or how you're doing that funds.
What we are thinking is in next 5 years we want to reach out to all the major cities in India, and model is very easily replicable and scalable. So we are looking for 3 crore investment. That's only investment in next 3 years, and in first year we need around 80 lakhs.
Just as a follow-up, it seems like you will need an X number of people at any point, but as you grow, you need that amount of people. So, is it technically scalable that way then?
We studied the model of Just Dial, which is very similar service, and on those lines we prepared we charted out some numbers, and we found that okay, this is practical and can be done, definitely done, because there are success models in this successful business models of this type, and this is definitely can be done.
Are you looking at taking it on the web as well and voice automated, like maybe not an operator, a person operator, but voice automation?
Not to that extent, because what we believe is applications are there. Applications are there. We don't want to get into those applications. We don't want to create one more application in that market. But what we want to do is, for those complex questions and for the easiest form of information, we don't want you to get into your mobile and find the application, then find the route and then use it. You just call us, because even an illiterate, even a blind person can call me and can get the directions. Our education background is we are also engineer, work with Infosys and Satyam, and then we did social entrepreneurship from PISS, and we started this. Right.
Thanks to Sandeep. Sandeep would be there with us for the networking session also.
One request: if you know any funders, we want good funders, not VCs. If you know any funders, and we are definitely looking for tie-ups like Aditya and Ola, and if you know anyone who can fund this project, we are open for this.
Can I suggest something?
Yeah.
It was a very good ending line that you said when you're looking for funders. I'll just say that before even approaching someone for funding, please get the internal numbers right. Otherwise you will make no use. It will have no use.
Thank you.
So with that we come to the end of the session. A few quick announcements. I think that being with a bunch of crazy people like you, there are times when somebody is in desperate need of something, like needing a fund or probably needing a partner. Next month onwards, I would pitch it to my other teammates, but next month onwards we'll have a board or a standing kind of stuff out there. Whatever requirements you have, any demands, you can just list it down so that people know. Or probably something which is very immediate and you are ready to pay for it, probably you can tell the host and the host will shout out for you. So like the shout out for today is Rahul Chitgopkar needs a PHP MySQL developer and he's ready to pay. So in case if you know somebody who is good at PHP MySQL and can do good analytics for him, he is the guy you want to contact. Another shout out that I want to make is we have friends from Record and Play who are exclusively recording this event for us without a dime charge, and they are doing a fantastic work, so please a big hand for them. And a big hand not just for the service that they are providing me. I said that I want somebody to record the stuff for me 2 months back. I never went to them. They came to me saying that boss, record karna hai na, so tell us. So that is the kind of speed that they have shown to me. So I'm really thankful. Another thing, we are right now overhauling the complete volunteer structure that we are working on. This is a non-profit organization. In case if I have not mentioned, we don't charge a dime for whatever we do. The charges that you do is for the event only. So any kind of help that any entrepreneur wants in your network, please let us know. Because Startup Saturday is just one avenue wherein we try to pull up people who are just sitting in the dark saying that I will make it big someday. We just try to pull them and bring it out here. But apart from that, there are other avenues that we do. And hosting such kind of events from last 3 years, we know at least 300 people who can help you out. So that is the kind of network we have built up. And since it is all free of cost, ready to do, work for you. I guess that is the only thing missing out here is people asking us, and there are not many calls that I receive. It is less than 20 a day. So that is the kind of stuff that we. Our address is Mumbai@headstart.in. The hashtag is #SSMum. If you want to have it on Twitter, we have Facebook pages, and there's a very big network of Head Start on Google. There are at least 5,000 to 10,000 active members out there. So a simple shout out like I want a developer, and you get 6-7 answers to this. Or probably a simple shout out saying that I want to patent this idea. Is it patentable? I have seen people with really good intellect answering those kind of questions. Because a wakil or a advocate kind of a person might just first take a lead generation system out if you ask that kind of a question. So use that group, that's what I have to say. In case if you are ready to volunteer for us, please let me know, or you can just shoot a mail at mumbai@headstart.in. We will just take a couple of hours of your whole month, and the ROI would be good at your side. Okay, thanks.